watch the moon out on the lake. I won't even touch the brake in my red velvet car.
Rock's greatest sister act, Heart, previewed some new material off their upcoming new album, Red Velvet Car, on May 24th at a Music Cares benefit at the Grammy Museum in downtown LA. Heart's performance was the latest in the museum's celebrated signature series, An Evening With, and was the first performance in the brand new Clive Davis Theater before an intimate crowd of 200 fans. Ann Wilson and her younger sister Nancy Wilson first showed the world that women can rock when their band Heart stormed the charts in the 1970s with hits like Crazy on You, Magic Man, and Barracuda, on their way to selling more than 30 million albums with 21 top 40 hits. Heart's latest album, Red Velvet Car, will be the band's first record in 6 years and will be the follow-up to Jupiter's Darling. Fans lucky enough to attend Heart's performance at the Grammy Museum were not only treated to an acoustic preview of a few new songs, but got the opportunity to ask a few questions in a 45-minute Q&A, especially for the fans. During the Q&A, Heart talked about songwriting on the new record coming so easily after a 6-year hiatus.
This time I think it was pretty easy to write. Why, I can't tell you. Why this time was different, I don't know, but it was a lot easier to write this time. I think maybe because we had a whole bunch of experiences since the last time we wrote. And all the new songs are based on, pretty much all of them are autobiographical, based on things that we feel now and that have happened to us.
They also talked about being pioneers, as one of the first women in rock that fronted a rock and roll band, wrote their own songs, performed their own instruments, all while singing incredible vocal harmonies.
It's still very rare. And
especially in rock, I mean.
Well, yeah, I mean, it depends on how you define it, but,
There are lots and lots of women that are doing, singer-songwriter or maybe all-girl bands, But to be like women working side by side with men on an equal footing,
The democracy, of a rock band with girls in it, along with guys. We always had a different thing.
Heart also talked about the inspiration for one of their biggest hits, Barracuda.
There were a bunch of really, really sleazy record guys around at the time. It was back in the good old days of the Mob and Paola, and there were all kinds of real greasy guys around backstage, and who really felt that because we were women, they had the right to say whatever the they felt to us, you know what I mean? Really kind of like, I own you, chick, And this guy said some stuff to me that made me so angry that I went back to the hotel room and wrote the words to Barracuda, aimed at him, And I wish I remember who he was now.
Heart planned to release Red Velvet Car in August of 2010 before kicking off a tour in support of the new album, starting with selected Lilith Fair dates in July, before kicking off a headlining tour across the U.S. and Canada, which extends through September. All proceeds from Heart's performance at the Grammy Museum benefit Music Cares.
I asked a distant star, I wonder where you are. The shadow at my door, a friend who is no more. I watched him go to the wind. I closed my eyes. Goodbye, goodbye, my friend.